My name is Prasanna Paul. I'm a director slash visual effects supervisor from Toronto. I'm originally from Sri Lanka in a small town called Jaffna, and moved to Canada in 2001 or 2, I think. And at that time, you know, going into film or doing anything in the industry sort of seemed like a distant dream or basically impossible task. So I never really pursued it or took it seriously. And that prompting to after grade 12 me going in engineering, and I did engineering for 2 years, 2.5 years. You know what? Drop everything. I literally walked out and dropped out of engineering. And a few weeks later, I called Toronto Film School, got enrolled. Film school, like obviously, like everybody, my aim is to become a director. It still is, but I started taking visual effects on the side. Doing small animations like logos and stuff like that. And through that, I started doing some freelance gigs. So after graduating, I was freelancing for a bit, doing a lot of motion graphics and a bit of VFX here and there. Then I started working for Ogilvy and Mathers. It's an advertisement agency, and they operate globally. So I become one of the producers slash visual effects artists for the production department. So there we did commercials for all these major brands like Tim Hortons, Coca-Cola, Huggies, Kleenex, all these major big brands. So basically producing and directing and sort of doing everything in-house, visual effects, audio. So that happened, I think it was like 2 years, 3 years I was on it. And after that, I started working for a charity where I get to travel the world and create documentaries and sort of show the work that they do. So I lived in Kenya, Ecuador, India, Ethiopia, and basically it's a pretty small team, compact team with 3 people, 4 people max. And we basically go there, write the script, shoot, then edit, do the post work, and we release it and we redo it. And that sort of went for another 2.5 years. So at that time, my freelance work was sort of growing along this. It's a parallel line. So while I was working for these companies, I was doing some freelance work on the side, and it started to pick up. And at one point, I said, you know what, like I might as well take this on, full time. So I dropped all of that, started my visual effects studio called Paul Bros VFX, and it's been 3 years now. So when I came out of the charity, at the time, one of my friend Gavin and Alan contacted me, and they had a feature film called Beyond Hell, and they are looking to do VFX. I mean, I know of the movie years ago when they were filming it, but then when it's kind of ironic how it happened at the same time when I was looking to go into this full time, and they had a movie. So I took it on. I think it was at the time I was, what, I'm gonna do this movie and see how things goes. It was never a long-term plan, and it turned out great. It's a couple of months of post work, and after that things started to happen. So basically one thing led to another. So after Beyond Hell, we did some indie features. Then after that, then we started working into I wouldn't say in the biggest stage, but like maybe the next step. So recently we did a movie called Immaculate Room, directed by Makunda, starring Emil Hirsch and Ashley Green. We got about 180 VFX shots, and now I am VFX supervising and doing a movie called Baker with Ron Perlman, and we got another movie that coming in with Nicolas Cage. So it's almost like one thing leads to another, and it's slowly progressing towards a good spot. The first shot I did called Olivia in Toronto Film School, and we shot the whole movie in 35mm. And after that, I didn't direct anything for a couple of years. Then we did a movie called Be My Gallows. Then I think one of the biggest movies I've done so far called Santorum with my friend Gavin. It's a full-on sci-fi, happens in a post-apocalyptic world. It's still undergoing post right now, but that was huge, and we are planning on turning that into a feature. Then recently did another movie called Algorithm, which premiered in Cineplex. But let's just say if you want to be a director, or if you want to be on the biggest stage, you need to find a medium that can support you within the industry. It could be in post, it could be in the union, or even freelancing, and use that medium to fuel where you actually want to go.